Getting into backcountry skiing and riding doesn't need to be risky. If you know what type of terrain to look for, you can have a fun, safe day whenever you want to go out of bounds. So today I'll be showing you exactly how to find the best low-angle runs using onX backcountry maps. But first, a quick disclaimer. I am not a professional guide, and although the information in this video will be helpful, do not use it as your only means of education before going out into the backcountry. Get certified and take an avalanche safety course to begin your never-ending lesson in learning of backcountry safety. Now, for safe, easy lines, what we'll be looking for are low slope angles and hazardous terrain features to avoid. When I say low slope angles, I'm talking of runs that are below 30 degrees. It is not completely impossible for an avalanche to occur on slopes less than 30 degrees, but the likelihood of that happening is significantly lowered. On slopes greater than 30 degrees, the force of gravity more so fights the bonds in the snowpack to release in an avalanche more easily. When speaking of hazardous terrain features, what we'll be looking for are steep rollovers, cliff bands, tight groups of trees, or maybe even big boulders. We'll be able to see all of this on the onX backcountry maps. So let's dive in. Okay, so the first thing I'll do to find low angle terrain by hopping in the maps is I'll go to the layers and turn on the slope angle shading. You can see up here that the 12 to 25 degree slope angles will be in green and 25 to 30 degrees will be in yellow. So we'll mainly be looking for the green labeled terrain. Once we've got that, I can start looking for the pre-established routes that are all loaded up through onX. These are labeled in purple and are shown for both approaches and ski descents. Searching around a little further, looking for the purple routes, I see this one over here called the Sugar Bowls. Now this looks interesting because it's a whole ski tour zone. And this has been uploaded from Beacon Guidebooks, who have some of the best knowledge on routes out in the mountains. In fact, all of the established routes that you can find with onX are from the very best sources. Beacon Guidebooks actually comes out with physical touring books for specifically low angle terrain, in addition to more technical terrain. But let's look into this a little further. So checking this out, we are fully in the green for low angle terrain, which is what we are looking for. This run looks pretty sweet, which is called Sugar Spoon. And in fact, it's labeled right here, low angle ski tour descent. We can see it's inputted from Beacon Guidebooks, and it has a note on low angle runs. This is exactly what we're looking for. Another great tool you can see with onX is their avalanche terrain exposure scale. This basically shows us the level of exposure we'll have when we are in avalanche terrain, which is anytime we're stepping out of bounds. Now, one thing I'm seeing for hazardous terrain is this steep cliff band. It looks like it's a quick, steep pitch, which kind of tells me it might be cliffy. In fact, it gets up to 35, 40, and even a little bit above 40 degrees of an angle. That's a zone we're going to note to stay away from, as it could slide because it is a little steeper. But now that we've got our intel, there's only one more thing to do. Let's get after it. And we're out here on a beautiful day. We got Peter with us. We're gonna go find some goods.
I'm stuck in space, got a daydream running through my brain every day. Heaven in my denim, world's a bore, but I'm okay anyway.
And with a quick scan, we made it just like that out to the Sugar Bowls. Got our offline map loaded up, so we know that we're at our drop-in point and we're ready to rip. Let's get it.
The way I do, I like it the way I
Woo-hoo-hoo!
Pretty little comeback kids are waking up from where they've been in the dark. I don't wanna stay inside, I'm gonna keep on dancing even.
So we ended up taking 2 runs today, and it was super fun. It was a beautiful bluebird day, and we had some recent fresh powder ride. The current avalanche conditions were higher, so sticking to this lower angle terrain was our only option for getting out of bounds today. Using OnX, I now have an inventory of runs that I want to ride, whether lower angle or steeper, more technical areas. As I mentioned, the best way to find the lower angle terrain is by searching through OnX with the slope angle layer, keeping an eye out for the purple marked routes that lie in the green shaded areas. From there, you can read through each run's description to decide if it's a safe call for the day. I fully back OnX and use it whenever I go out in the backcountry, whether it's for more mellow runs like today in the Sugar Bowls, or for things as extreme as riding the Maroon Bells in technical lines. To get access to these tools, use code SOS20 for 20% off your own plan, or simply follow the link in the description. If you're just getting into all of this, make sure to watch my ultimate guide to splitboarding video, which you can find right here. It covers everything you need to know, from how to use your gear to proper technique and how to have the best day out on your splitboard. Thanks for watching, and until next time, we'll catch you somewhere on the mountain. Peace.